We should actually start from a place of, okay, what kind of society should you have? And then try to work back from there. The many possible pathways that could lead us there. And there you could optimize technologies, you could optimize resources, you could find the trade-offs or conflicts that could arise in resource use and how to resolve that and bring in a lot of insights.
How could a model help shedding some light on where we go from today to where we want to be later?
In the past few days, we started with a consortium meeting where the team members really co-create innovative tools that helps address issues on water, energy and food nexus.
Evolving around the idea of values that we set, that the desired future state that we would like to have for the Tana River Basin and Kenya as a whole, and for Volta, for the work that we do in Ghana, should respond to certain values that societal stakeholders find very important. And we try to get a view on what those important values are that should be driving the future development of the Tana River Basin or the Volta River Basin.
They were forced to draw because they had to express themselves in pictures and images. However, this time we had the group from Flatland, which is a company based in the Netherlands, where they brought in visual thinkers. Let's say the messages that we had, the discussions in words and in writing into images that made it very vivid visually for people to understand.
Hi, I'm David Koop, and I'm working at Flatland, and I'm working at a visual thinking agency based in Rotterdam, the Netherlands. And we are here invited by EPIC Africa to envision the desired future stage for the Tana region in Kenya by 2063.
We connected them with pathways of change towards a sustainable future. And that's what is happening, and what you see behind me are visuals on those pathways, possible ways how the future could come about.
And I think that added a lot of value to the discussions that took place, and people also could actually picture the entire discussion summarized in a picture or in an image, and I think that was really valuable.
Basically, it's a very democratic process. So we make sure that we involve everybody who's in the discussion, and by actually visualizing everything that's being said, helps actually to synthesize all the ideas and all the visions which are out there.
The spaces are different from classic workshops because it's about human interrelationships, it's about trust, it's openness. And we allow ourselves to think on a long term and very creative, so we don't have boundaries.
We don't do this alone, and so the second day we actually met with stakeholders, and these are more the traditional stakeholders, to get more insights into the issues that we are addressing and also solutions that they prefer we sort of address the issues that have been identified. And on the third day we sort of had what we call the transition space. And the transition space is quite different because there we bring visionaries and people who really think outside the box to look at how they foresee their future. And these people tell us how they would like their environments to look like and how issues on water, energy and food should be addressed in the near future.
In the agricultural sector, we have farmers forming community-based organizations. They could be a cooperative, they could be a farmer producing group, they could be self-help groups.
In this case, we have the power generation companies that are utilizing the river, and they are having programs that support education.
It's making it accessible to Kenyans and to anybody who wants to visit the countryside. And that is one of the areas in which, when you talk about urbanization and smart urbanization, is through effective and efficient transport systems.
Where there is some sense of equity, of course, the aspect of dignity cannot be 100% achieved, but some sense of it is better in this scenario than the others.
If this is the future we want, then probably we are actually looking at this future, which is more the nature-based solution. We taking care of the nature and nature taking care of us.
I think for me, it's putting the human and the community at the center of the approach.
in the EPIC initiative, we have a classic stakeholder engagement trajectory, a work package that works on involving classic stakeholders. But if we want to deal with complex problems like the water, energy, food nexus, we need to involve more perspectives from society than we get only from the stakeholders. And the transition spaces are the spaces where we'll bring actors from society that usually are not a part of the stakeholder dialogue. We'll bring them in to the project to have their voices heard.
So as such, we are really appreciative that you are able to participate in this space, because I think this is quite innovative that we're able to do this. And our hope is that on one hand, we can get new insights, new possibilities, new ideas, and by the end of the project that we can suggest alternative pathways that you would not find using conventional methods.
Wouldn't it be great if we could start seeing through those projects that we already have partners for realizing this desired future? They're all behind the projects. They're there, they're thinking in the same way as we. They're doing the same things that we would like to see happen more in the future.
And to ensure that we add value to what we are doing, we ensure that the citizens are part of the co-creation process. They test the information we are giving them, look at how valid it is and how accurate it is, and then through them we expand this to other people. So with this project we are targeting about 10,000 people who receive this information, and based on the evaluation we'll be able to then extend it to other parts of Ghana and also other parts of Africa. The project is anchored in a lot of engagement, and these engagement processes have to be continuous. EPIC really requires a lot of engagement. So last year we were in Kenya, also we were in Ghana, basically to interact with some of these stakeholders and transition space members, and it has to be a continuous process. So we engage them through physical workshops, and after the workshops we also then have online webinars and interactions, and then we are here again to have another physical interaction with them, because of course we think being there in person adds a lot to the discussions and enrichment of the insights that we require for the modeling and decisions that have to be made. So that's why we are having this, and we'll follow it up again with another stakeholder engagement in Ghana and Kenya and another transition space meeting.
These sectors are interconnected and they don't operate in isolation. So I'll make sure that they depend with each other and they are connected.
My duty in the team is to bring people to building consensus on the future museum.
We cannot prevent floods, but at least if we can warn people early enough, then we'll be able to really save lives and property. And we hope that together we can achieve this sort of milestones in the coming few weeks.
They should never underestimate the power of imagination, because imagination is in everybody's head and it's free. You can imagine as much as you want, and as soon as you can imagine that something can be different, it becomes possible to change.